Good day everyone. So now we will tackle the regular income taxation. So before that, ano nga bang learning objective natin? So pinakauna ay to summarize the scope of regular income tax and its model. So ayan, ano nga ba ang mga characteristics ng regular income tax? So general, number 1, net income tax, annual tax, it is a creditable withholding tax, and a progressive or proportional. So, punta tayo sa unang characteristic ng regular income tax. General. So, the regular income tax applies to all items of income. Ayan. So, to all items. Kaya siya in general. Except for those that are subject to final tax. Saan nga ba natin nakukuha ang final taxes natin? Sa ating mga passive incomes. Ayan. Capital gains tax ay sa ating mga capital assets, capital gains, ayan, and special tax regimes, ayan. So, ito, ang example nito ay mga taxes natin for the Philippine Economic Zone Authority, ayan. So, it is general except for final tax, capital tax, and special taxes. Next ay net income taxation. When you say net, ay bawas. So, the regular tax is an imposition on residual profit. Ayan. So, residual, ibig sabihin nun ay yung tira or gains after deductions for expenses and personal exemptions allowable by law. So, kung makikita natin dyan, allowable by law. Kasi nga meron tayong mga deductions that are not allowable by law at hindi nyo siya pwedeng i-deduct sa ating income like ng mga personal expenses natin. So, ayan, hindi siya pwedeng i-deduct sa ating to arrive at our taxable income. Yan. Next ay annual income tax. So, the regular income tax applies on yearly profits or gains. So, the gross income and expenses of the taxpayer are measured using accounting methods adopted by the taxpayer and are reported to the government over the accounting period selected by the taxpayer. So, annual income tax. Next ay creditable withholding tax natin. Most items of regular income are subject to creditable withholding taxes. Ayan. So, may mga regular income tayo that are subject to creditable withholding tax like, for example, ikaw ay nagpaparenta. Ang ginagawa mo doon ay nagwi-withhold ka na agad ng taxes mo. Yan. So, yun yung isang example ng creditable withholding tax. Next ay progressive or proportional. Ayan. So, the National Internal Revenue Code imposes a progressive tax on the taxable income of individuals while it imposes a flat or proportional tax of 30% upon the taxable income of a corporation. So, ayan. Progressive tax means habang tumataas ang ating tax base ay tumataas rin ang ating tax rate. But when you say proportional ay fixed lang siya. When you say taxable income of a corporation, it is a 30% of the taxable income. Ayan. So, yun yung tax na implemented sa individual and sa corporation. So, individual, progressive. Sa corporation ay proportional, which is 30%. Yan. So, kung makikita natin sa baba, regular income tax model. So, ayan, gross income, less lahat ng mga allowable deductions that are allowed by law. And then, makukuha natin yung tinatawag natin na taxable income. So, itong taxable income ngayon yung basis natin para mag-compute ng ating tax due. Yan. So, ito yon. Kung ang taxable income natin ay below 250,000, ibig sabihin nun, wala kang babayaran na tax mo. But, kapag ang taxable income natin ay 250,000 pataas, hanggang 400,000, ang babayaran mo ay 20% in excess of 250,000. So, ayan. Next ay 400,000 more. Kung mas mataas sa 400,000 to 800,000, ang babayaran mo ay ang babayaran mong tax ay 30% plus yung excess ng 400,000, multiply mo siya sa 25% and so on and so forth. So yan yung computation natin when it comes to the new personal income tax rate. So ito yung tax rate ng ating individual. Next, our learning objective number 2 is to discuss the scope and classification of gross income. So yan, gross income. Na-discuss na natin ito nung last time, pero aking uulitin. All income from whatever sources. So ayan, ang definition ng gross income, so ito ay return on capital, ito ay realized benefit, at ito yung mga hindi exempt sa ating tax laws. Ayan, so gross income for purposes of computing the regular income tax is all income from whatever sources, number 1, not subject to final tax, not subject to capital gains tax, and not exempt. Yan, so yan yung gross income natin. So meron tayong different classification of gross income. Number 1 ay compensation income. When you say compensation income, ay ito yung nakukuhang income sa employee-employer relationship. So, ito yung tinatawag din nating salary or mga wages ng ating employee. Ayan. So, business or professional income. So, ito naman ay ang ating income in selling goods or services. So, ayan. Next ay other taxable income. Neither compensation or business or professional income. So, yan yung classification natin. So, next naman tayo ay for employees na ang sources of income niya or ang source ng income niya ay purely compensation income. Ang payment of tax natin ay tinatawag ding substituted filing. When you say substituted filing, ibig sabihin ay hindi na siya magfa-file ng income tax return niya. So, those employees who have letter A, sabi dito, only one employer. So, kapag isa lang yung employer mo at ikaw ay earning a compensation income, no need to file. Kasi nga, fina-file na siya ng inyong employer. And the compensation was actually correctly withheld and remitted to the BIR. So, yan yung mga instances na hindi na tayo magfa-file ng ITR personally. At in case of married employees, their spouse also comply with the two foregoing requirements shall be excused from filing income tax return. So, next tayo, number 2, employees with other taxable income. So, syempre, need to file an income tax return. So, consolidated siya. So, ibig sabihin ng consolidated, naka-add na ang other taxable income at yung income niya through compensation. So, annual income tax return ang kailangan dyan. So, BIR form 1/1700. So, ayan. Next ay employees with business or professional income. So, need to file ulit. Consolidated ulit siya from compensation. Tapos, i-add mo lahat ng business or professional income niya. And ang filing natin ay quarterly and annual yung ating pagfa-file doon, which is pareho siya, BIR form 1701 naman ito. Ito ay 00. So, when you say quarterly, ang first quarter ay at the time of declaration. Ayan. So, second quarter ng pagbabayad nyo ay August 15 of the current year. So, kung sa second quarter, meron tayong April, May, and June, babayaran nyo siya ng August. Third quarter natin, July, August, September, babayaran nyo siya ng November 15. And then final quarter, which is October, November, December, babayaran nyo siya ng May 15 of the following year. So, ganun ang pagbabayad natin quarterly. Next ay, ito, business or professional income. So, sources. Kung ang source mo ay pure business or professional income, ang payment nito ay quarterly and annually. So, ayan. pwede kang mag-opt ng tinatawag natin na optional income tax, which is 8%. Ang kailangan dito ay hindi tumataas yung gross sales or gross receipt na 3 million. Kapag tumaas ng 3 million yun, ay disqualify ka na dito sa optional income tax. So, magiging regular income tax ka na lang. So, mixed income earners, yan. So, ITR, quarterly, and annually ulit. Tapos, BRR form. So, 1701. Yan. So, for the filing of a corporate tax naman, ay meron din tayong quarterly at annually. So, ang quarterly nun ay it is based on 60 days, or ibig sabihin nun ay ang sabi dito 60 days. After 60 days per quarter ay nagbabayad ka ng quarterly corporate income tax ninyo. So, ang sabi dito, quarterly returns for 3 quarters on a strictly 60-day basis, and the final or adjusted return on the 15th day of the 4th month following the close of either a fiscal or a calendar year. So, when you say fiscal, ay yan. So, when you say fiscal, ay ito yung mga year na hindi siya nag-uumpisa sa January 1. So, but when you say calendar year, ay ito yung mga nag-uumpisa ng January 1. So, sa corporation kasi ay it's either fiscal year or calendar year yung inaalaw ng ating law. Pero when it comes to individual ay sa calendar year lang sila pwede. So, yun ang ating discussion for this day, and God bless.